Hello. Well, there's a thing. No, we're not going to do that just yet because I don't have control of the rest of this, but the idea of expanding my little highfalutin area, that appeals. That does appeal, and I'll have a funky river and bridge. I like that. Yes, yes, we're doing it. We're not making nearly full use of this, but we are going to expand into this area. Just so that we can do a little more around here. This is a super crazy... I mean, just look at it. There's the fire in the distance. One of my little houses is on fire. That's not good. Isn't that what I hire fire departments for? But this is an extraordinary, lovely wilderness. I like it. Now, what's it with this fire? Did they put it out? I hope so. I dare say. Okay, well, we need more residential, so here's a good way to do it. This is already the nice residential area. We're going to expand it outwards a little. Oh, we're going to expand it outwards a little after bulldozing everything in our path. Excuse me. Yes. Out of the way of my roads, please. It's terribly important. Oh, really? Really? Well, you know what? We're doing all right for the moment, so let's just bulldoze this little corner and fill it in as we go. Now, how can we go down to here? Good heavens. Okay, that's spectacular, although not especially useful. One little bridge and it costs the earth. No thank you. This is what will end up crossing this river. But we're not crossing this river just yet. No, no. We are going to throw a little more residential in here. Actually, we have all kinds of funny little areas missing. Let's use a marquee tool and just go splat. Very nice. That's going to be the most epic bridge ever when we finally get around to doing it. Up, water, water, electricity. And of course, they're going to drive right down to the end of it and then turn around and come back. Okay, let's bulldoze that bit. Not quite that far just yet, please. You're going to be the glorious bridge across the gorge. But not quite yet. And now our next move, I think, is to expand this area quickly while we can to form more glorious mountainside villas. But actually, I'm having second thoughts about this. Give me that back. I know I didn't get back as much as I spent, but I had a special road. I had a big road for this. Let's see if we can make some really fancy, posh buildings out here. Give us a little space. And extend through to there. And then back to the regular roads. Still taking in money. We're losing some people, but we're gradually closing in on that 2,400. Time to expand. Well, that's no use at all. You guys are not making effective use of this area. Your buildings are going to be taken down and replaced. Okay, here we have another very fancy area. With very irregularly sized spaces. These are not very good zoning plots, but some of them are pretty decent. There's going to be a good amount of variation in here anyhow. Let's quickly check. Electricity is good. Water is not. They're goofy water, but it's relatively efficient as far as not wasting too much space. Back to the zoning. How are we doing? We don't need a lot in the way of that, but we do need a lot in the way of shops and industry. I remember now. We're going to try to do some zoning if we can. Districts. That's parks. That's paths. That's trees. That's nothing. Those are fancy plazas and things. That's no use to me. That is nothings. Districts. So this guy is going to be mining district. Except for that I have to reach 2,400 to do it. Okay. But that does have the ore, so it's all good. And we'll see how we do with that. And I've been running for a while, so tell you what. Oh. We'll go off into the distance and say good night to all. And I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning, city. We have lots of interesting things to do today. But we have some uninteresting things to do. Oh my. We have some uninteresting things to do, namely bulldozing a lot of crappy houses before they get in the way. What is their problem? Are they running out of... They're running out of power. Okay, immediate fixing of power. We're taking slightly more than we need. Or we're using... We need slightly more than we're using. Do we have another 7 megawatt spot here? No, not really. Let's scoot over here. I should be able to get some power in here. Here we are. That will hold us for a little bit longer, I think. And we're pretty close to making our bus and highway and stuff. Okay, so back to our bulldozing. Hey, hey! Boomtown! Now we can make cemeteries and things. But firstly... we gotta get rid of some of these abandoned buildings. This is not great. Not that I'm terribly worried about property values, but this sort of thing will just mushroom. We don't want it to mushroom now, do we? Okay, districts. Or industry. Bam. Now I should be able to see that on this thing. Now, perhaps I'm not really quite sure how to look for it. Do I have to draw a new one, or can I just click it and go? Looks like you gotta click it.